What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay versus Warriors, and the win streak just continues on the ladder. I think I'm like 12-0 right now on the ladder. I did play like a unrated game with this stupid Warrior deck I built with like Marauding Captains and shit, and I lost to an actual Warrior deck, so did get him one game. I built the deck in like 3 minutes. I forgot to put Heavy Storm in it. So that happens, but that doesn't matter because the ladder is all that matters. And it's versus AJ's Yugioh. So let's see what happened here. Let's check the gameplay out. Game 3, I sacked the living shit out of this guy. Like, it was just disgusting how I did him game 3. Like, this was like the craziest game I've ever played, probably like game 3. It was just crazy as shit. So spoiler alert, just wait for the game 3. So I get the RPS. Bunch of back and forths, and I just threw paper, and he ran into it with a rock. So love to see that. Game 1, I open Chaos Sork, Heavy, Thunder Dragon, Solemn, Spy, and Sangan. He's got Saku, Grace, Ring, Solemn, and Mystic Swords on level 2. So I decide to just discard the Thunder, and I decide just the T-set here with the Sangan and the Solemn. He draws into Ninja Grandmaster. He fires Graceful, and I just read this ass Warrior, so I decide just to not Solemn it. No really reason to Solemn a Graceful that doesn't have any kind of fodder or anything. Like, just, it's not really giving him any kind of advantage. It is setting his graveyard up, but I just felt like he was on Warriors at this point when he just shotguns the Graceful, because you're not going to really see that a lot, and I was correct. I read him just right, because you don't want to really Solemn Judgment versus Warriors, because you're going to be in a bad spot. So he discards Saku and Ninja. Now he's got level 2 Ring, Solemn, Kaiku, Dust, and Rhoda. He runs out the level 2 and runs into my Sangan, which is pretty good for me, because I go ahead and just grab the Tsukiyomi. And he decides to set 3 and just pass. And now this is perfect for me, because I have the 1 Solemn Judgment. And if he happens to Solemn, I could just half a Solemn back here, try to get a quick plus here. So I Heavy Storm, he does not Solemn. He just chains Dust Tornado to it and just pops it, which I'm glad he did do that. He didn't Solemn, because I would have Solemned, and this could have been a totally different game. So everything gets popped there. I get a quick +1, which is really nice. And I decide just to run Spy out here and just go to battle and hit him for the 300. I do this because I have the Regeki break, and I'm not really worried. I mean, unless he has like Heavy Storm or something. He draws into a Dust Shoot, which is really nice for him. He summons Kaiku and just smacks over my Spy. I'm okay with this because he's going to banish my Sangan and my Thunder Dragon, and I still have Spy in the grave, so we're just chilling. And I have the Tsukiyomi for the clean out to it. And he sets Dust Shoot and passes, and now I just in-phase Regeki break, and I discard the Thunder Dragon, and I pop the back row. And I draw into Upstart for turn. I Upstart into an Upstart. And then I Upstart again into a Spy, another Spy. And I decide just to run off Tsukiyomi and just put it face down and go to battle and swing. No reason to really drop this Sork right now. I'd rather just wait for him to drop something if he's going to. He does draw into Ninja Grandmaster, which is pretty nice here. He fires the Rhoda, gets the Donzalug, and now I'm just hoping he don't hit the Sork here. Everything will be gravy. He runs the Donzalug out, hits him for the 14. He picks a Tsukiyomi, which is fine. I draw into a Knock, which is dead as shit. And then I decide now to banish a Dark, banish a Light. And I just banish the Donzalug because attacking it's not really worth it here. He's already got a gazillion life points, and I don't want him to premature it back for some crazy shit. So I just set the Knock as a bluff, and I set Spy, and I just pass. He draws into Dust Tornado. He runs out the Ninja Grandmaster, and he runs right into a Spy. He'll take the 200, and he sets Dust Tornado and passes. I draw into a Dust Shoot, which is pretty dead. Should have probably set it, but I just felt like I didn't really want to set it because if I draw card destruction or Graceful, I want to have fodder for it. So I banished the Ninja right away, switched both the Spies to attack mode, get in for the 2400, and I just pass here, I think. Yep. He draws in the Snatch Steel, which is really nice for him. He Dust Tornadoes my back row. and then just snatch steals my spy. My Sork. I'm just like unfucking real, and then he clicks Chaos Sork a shitload of times. He goes to battle and just swings. I'll take 1100, and then he passes, and then I draw into my Sork, so now I'm like, hell yeah. You could top deck Soganai, drop the bad boy, put it in defense this time, and just banish the shit. Maybe I should have just put it in attack mode and said screw it, but eh. And then I just go to battle, hit him for 1200, and I decided to set the dust shoot now and just pass, which was a terrible decision because I was just talking about I want to have fodder. Because I wouldn't have set this dust shoot, there was no reason to set the dust shoot there. That was just god awful. He top decks into Mirror Force, so I think this is pretty damn funny. And this play really pissed me off here. I just switched to Chaos Sork, and he just top decks right into Mirror Force, like just perfect shit. That's Snatch Steal and Mirror Force back to back. And then I draw Graceful, and then I decide to Graceful, and I draw into Breaker and Sinister. So if I would have never set this trap dust shoot, I would have Graceful first, drew Breaker, summoned Breaker, and I would have just won this game already. But it is what it is. And then I just set Deco, and I just pass. He top decks into Call the Haunted. He checks his graveyard, so I read him instantly that it's Call, which it is, so that sucks. I stand by, I grab the Sinister here. I flip the Deco, draw one. And I draw on a Night Assailant, which is pretty nice. I go to battle, and I swing for 14. He does activate the Call of the Haunted now. Doesn't want to take the 14. And he slaps down the Kaiku on me. I say, okay. I set the Blue, I set Bluff. And I set Night Assailant, and I just pass. He draws into Solemn Judgment. He goes right to battle and swings over my Deco. I just say, okay, that's fine. And he sets Solemn and passes. I draw into Ring of Destruction, which is pretty nice here. I try to flip the Night Assailant, and he Solemns it. So I'm like, alright, now he's really low, 2950. Like where I'm at here, hopefully draws BLS or something. I set the Ring, and I set Sinister and just pass. He draws into Torrential. He runs into my Sinister, and he sets Torrential and just passes. I draw into Torrential, so this is pretty nice. I grab back my Sinister, set the Sinister, set the Torrential, pass. He draws into Rhoda, he fires the Rhoda, and he grabs Exiled, and he goes to battle. He tries to summon the Exiled, and I just Torrential it right away. And I draw into Mirror Force, which is pretty nice here, so I have complete control over this game. Even after fucking up with Graceful Charity, it just really didn't matter because just have so much good shit going on. Even after him top decking shit, I just explosively started pretty well with that Heavy Storm. So he draws into Dust Shoot, which is dead as can be right now. He just passes. I draw into Card Destruction. I go to battle. Sinister Beatdown. Let's go. And I got the Ring still, so looking pretty decent. He draws into DD Warrior Lady, which is pretty nice. He goes to battle, tries to swing. And I decide just to Mirror Force because I don't Ring because I just would rather just wait for him to drop BLS or something. I draw into Snatch Steal now. I go to battle and swing for 300. And I just pass. And there's the BLS. So I kind of joke around with him here and say he should have attacked, which I would have just attacked and said screw it. But he just drops the BLS here, and he decides just to banish and not attack. And I draw Pot of Greed. I Pot of Greed into Book of Moon and Faith. I fire the Duo in case he has like a Regeki Break or something crazy. And I Snatch Steal the BLS and swing for game. Then I tell him if you attack, you win, just to kind of like get him in his feelings and shit to make him think that he would have had me, but I had Ring anyways. So it bites me in the butt because he does just destroy me game 2 here because he opened pretty busted and I've had literally the fucking dirt this game. But that's spoiler. A lot of spoilers in my videos. So we have BLS. He has BLS, Mirror Force, Dawn, Saku, Blade, and DD Warrior Lady. Pretty busted hand here. I have a pretty mediocre hand with BLS, Heavy, Faith, Tribe, and Zombira. He just runs out the DD Warrior Lady and sets the Saku and passes. I probably should have just heavied summon Zombira, attack, and just banish, but decided just to summon Tribe. Really bad play here to summon Tribe this early on just one monster. Really not good. Just go to battle, try to swing. He does just Saku it, so that really sucked. And I just pass. I don't set nothing. He draws into a Saku. He runs out Don Zalug. Hits my BLS. And yep, it's just curtain from here on out. There's nothing I can do. I draw into a Deco. And now I decide to Heavy Storm, I think. I grab my Sinister back. I do decide to Heavy Storm, I think. Yeah. After I shuffle a couple times. I Heavy Storm the Saku. I run out the Zombira now. And just swing. I gives him the Dark and Light, and he has the Dark and Light. He draws into Dust Shoot, which is just perfect for him, and the game is completely over next turn. He drops the BLS, and he's going to get in for the 41 here. Don't know why he didn't just summon Blade Knight 2 there, just to go for more damage. That didn't really make any sense, but I guess he just wanted to have like a backup plan or something. But he sets the Trap Dust Shoot, sets the Mirror Force, and passes. He hits me with the Dust Shoot, and now he's going to know my whole hand. So there's no bluffing or anything, and that is the game. So we go to game 3. Quick game 2. Quick game 2. Pretty long game 1, and this game 3 was pretty quick too, because it was just over. I mean, look how I opened. I opened so fucking busted. I opened MST, Duo, Widespread, Graceful, Tribe, and Thunder Dragon. So I got everything I need here. It is just completely over. And it's funny, I talked about the Regeki break, and there it is, Regeki break, which is not really good in Warriors. I don't understand why I seen another list like on a on Facebook, in a Facebook group, the Go For Mat group, side deck and Regeki breaks, like 3 of them. I just don't understand it. Like, it's just a hard neg. So I fire the Duo here, and I pick his Ninja, and he throws out the neg 1. I discard Thunder Dragon and grab 2 more. This game is disgusting as shit, not gonna lie. He had no chance in hell to win this. So I Graceful into Tsukiyomi, Faith, and Breaker. I discard both Thunder Dragons. I just say screw it, set the Faith, and set the Widespread and just pass. He draws into Solemn Judgment here. He runs out the Kaiku. Tries to attack. I activate the Cotton Candy, and it is just completely curtains here. And he just sets Saku and passes. He doesn't set the Judgment, which I don't really understand why he wouldn't set Judgment there. But I draw into Kaiku for turn. I fire this MST right away in case it's Solemn or something. I flip the Faith, grab the Duo, and at this point, it's just time to scoop. But he does keep it up, and he fights, so he's fighting. But I just summon Tsukiyomi, put it face down. He sets the Dust Tornado. I draw into Night Assailant for turn. I flip. So this will be the second Graceful. Second Duo, second Graceful. So I fire the Graceful here. I draw into Spy, Zanbara, and Saku. I discard the Spy and the Night Assailant. I get the Spy back. I summon the Tsukiyomi, put the Faith down, hit him for 1100. That's number 2 Graceful. I set Saku, and I just pass. He in-phase dusts it. I got 7 cards. He's drawing to 1, which is a Heavy Storm, which is actually pretty funny because he just sets it here. And I draw into Sinister. I flip the Faith. I get Graceful again. For the 3rd time, I draw Card Destructor, Torrential, and Swords. I discard the Sinister and the Zanbara. I do the same shit. I run out the Tsukiyomi, get him for the 1100, set my Faith, and I set Torrential, set Swords. Like, you heavy me, sure, it doesn't really matter. He draws into Mobius, which is just completely dead. Can't do nothing with that. I draw into Solemn Judgment, which is pretty nice here. I grab the Sinister back. I flip this up, and this will be Graceful number 4. I just say screw it, go for Graceful number 4 here. I draw 2 Decos and a Saku. I discard a Deco and a Sinister. Decide just to run out Tsukiyomi again. Go for the battle again for another 1100. That's 4 Gracefuls and 2 Duos. I just set my entire hand, like, even if you heavy me, I don't really care. He draws into Pot of Greed, which is pretty nice. He does have Heavy Storm, and I'm just going to Solemn this. Because if he summons something, I'll just Torrential it and just say fuck it, and it's over. He does Pot of Greed into Mystic Swords on level 2. And Tribe, which is completely dead. And he just passes. I draw into Sangan. And it's funny, I don't have game yet. Like, I grab my Sinister back. I flip, and I go for the Graceful number 5. 5 Gracefuls. I draw into Saku, Pot, and Chaos Sork. This shit's just so fucking sick. I Pot of Greed him just because. And I say, you got Karibo, man. If not, it's just over. Summon Kaiku, summon Sork, GG. That game 3 was fucking disgusting. Like, if I play Warriors in a tournament ever, I just want to open some shit like that. Like, that shit was just busted. And then the fact he didn't have the knock, he didn't have anything to stop the Faith, like, that was just fucking great. It was fucking awesome. So, really feeling good. I'm 12-0 with this deck. So let's fucking go. Y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.